Here's a question that might start an argument. Are digital games killing physical media? Or is buying disc and cartridges still the best way to own your games?
The cons of the digital is if the game gets delisted, let's say a game like a PlayStation game, let's say God of War, a song is on there, they lose the license, they got to take the game offline and you can never buy it. If I forgot to buy this game, you got to buy it then and there because you will never know with these games. Or there's been cases where they take the game away from you, can never play it again. But with a physical copy, you always got it.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Nostalgia Chats Podcast with the OG crew. We're here with Danny, Harry, Carmelo, and Chad. Today we're debating one of the biggest topics in gaming, digital downloads versus physical copies. Is the convenience worth giving up ownership? Are the game collecting becoming a thing of the past? And what happens when you can't buy physical games anymore? We're sharing our experiences, debating the pros and cons of both sides, and talking about where we think gaming is headed in the future. This one's guaranteed to spark some options. If you had to choose one or the other of either digital games or physical copies, which one are you picking and why? Chad?
Yeah, I want to hear this.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Nah, I mean, listen, I've always been a person that loves physical copies. Like, if a game is coming out and it comes out with a physical release, I'm buying it. And that's just like, I guess that's a thing that I have because I've always enjoyed touching the game, putting it in. I think digital, I will be honest, I do think digital games are way more convenient as opposed to having to go to the store. You can download it at 12 and wake up the next morning and it's ready to play as opposed to actually going to the store to like pick up the physical copies. But I guess I'm more old school in terms of I prefer physical games. I do get why people are upset about what's going on right now from PlayStation. I will say though, when you look at the numbers, not a lot of people are buying physical games anymore. It is a dying thing. So I don't, it is this massive outrage. I'm more along the lines of I do like to have the option, but I never really minded digital. I preferred physical, but if I know now it's like this thing where people are like about to revolt, but if they say they going digital, I'm probably going to just buy digital. Like if that's what they give me, that's what I'm gonna just get.
Yeah, you're not gonna have a choice.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have a choice. So it's not just like before all of this happened, Grand Theft Auto said they are not releasing physical copies of that game, period. That's before PlayStation announced that. I'm still gonna get it like digital.
And there's the problem.
Yeah, but that's
because you're paying $100 to rent it.
Listen, I do.
It's
get
not your
that
game
part.
anymore.
But the game won't fit on the disc, bro.
That's not the point. The point is, if you want to go digital, put it in that I own the motherfucker. Give me the right that I own it. Don't put that anytime you wish to take it out of the server, take it out of anything, I no longer can play it. I don't own it.
That I agree with. No, I can't lie like that.
It's going to probably get to a point where Congress is going to have to probably intervene to make it, to give us rights that if we purchase it, we own it.
I'm gonna be honest though.
Purchasing $100 game to fucking rent, might as well just open a new Blockbuster, but make it an online only and charge $10 a month for the game. I'm
gonna be honest though,
and then you beat it, and then you only spend $20 for the game because it's a rent to anyway. It's not yours.
That I do get your point, and I do think they're doing a lot of like shady underhand things where like, like in terms of like the physical disc. On a Black Friday, you will be able to go to like certain stores or you can get certain things on like a sale. And I think they're trying to get rid of that. Because like I said, I saw something that said God of War 2018 is 60 something
$69.99. But if you go to GameStop and buy it new, they be putting it on sale, or even Target or Best Buy for $29.99, $24.99, and that's what they're going to get rid of.
Even 20.
Yeah, that scares me.
That's what I want to get rid of because why have it out there and only make $25 when we can have the suckers pay $69 and never put it on sale?
Yeah, and I do agree with that.
The other thing they're trying to get rid of is like GameStop, right? Like selling used games, because that's like that's like a cycle if you think about it, right? Like you keep on selling your games and they buy it, sell it,
but
buy
that's
it,
part of
and
owning it.
they
That's part of owning
no,
it.
yeah, I get it, but they don't have a hand in that, so they don't want that to happen. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I agree with
they
you, but
lose
that's
their
another
Yeah, but
reason
they already
why.
made their money on the first sale. It's like, okay,
Yeah,
like that's something you can't do with digital. You can't buy the game, and if it's shit or you don't like it, you can at least get something back of it because you're selling it. Something's
no,
better
I
than
get it.
nothing.
I get it, but they so think of it, right? So they sell a Call of Duty, right? They sell me Call of Duty, and then I'm like, oh, this shit
Yeah,
is
but it's not
whatever.
theirs
Done with
anymore.
it, I sell it.
Yeah, but it's not
Yeah,
theirs
but
anymore.
yeah, hold on. So I sell it, and then somebody else comes and buys it at a discounted price. So if GameStop wasn't there, then that other person would be forced to go to them. So they
Mhm.
losing out on that money. You get what I mean?
Yes.
But they don't sell
I agree
used.
with you.
They don't sell
And
used.
and another thing
Exactly. So
too, yeah,
they get more money.
they get, but and also
That's
another
my
thing
point.
too that Carmelo is right about that, and I mean, granted, like we're older, so we're not doing this, but it eliminates that thing we used to do where I get a game and I'm like, oh, Danny, like, hey, I have this game, let me let you borrow this game,
I'm
and
already done with it or something.
exactly, I'm
Or I
done with
sell it
it.
to
So
you
now
or
you don't
whatever.
have to buy it or you don't have to do anything, Danny, because I could just let you hold it and you have to play it. Now that eliminates all of that too.
Yeah,
Where
because
it's
Danny's
like,
content with just playing it. He don't have to own it. He's just borrowing it for you. Why does he have to buy it?
The,
He don't
the
like it
other
like
thing
that.
is, remember that was the whole big PS4 thing that they beat Xbox on, where they did the whole little segment about letting your friends hold it,
uh-huh. Yeah.
and now they're going the other side. But it's not just. I'm not fighting just to have it physical, right? Yes, I want the physical. I want to look at the box. I want to see the art on the disc.
Booklet.
I want to see the book, the cover of the game. Sometimes they be making cool artwork for the game, but I just don't want the physical release. And then nowadays, it's not even the whole game inside the disc. It's just like a key. You put it in and it gives you access to the game. It downloads into your console and it gives you access. No, I want the physical game to give me the ownership of the game, even if it comes just as being a key to unlock it. Is giving me the unlocking of ownership. I don't care if the game's in there or not, but I want to
Yeah.
own it.
Make it
Yes.
downloadable to your system, so
It
it's
already is
in
Yes.
downloadable to the
like
system. It already is
The-
because the disc is just the
no,
key to let you download it.
no. But
Nowadays, it's
what
just a
I'm
key
saying
gen. The
is,
disc is a key gen
yeah,
now.
no. But what I'm saying is, they should allow you to really download it
Mhm.
so you could play it offline as well. Because now they
That I
requiring you
agree
to
with.
be online.
Yeah,
You
that
get
I
what I'm
agree
saying?
with.
So the game is really yours.
Talk
You know?
about that, Carmelo. You know, the other day they were out of their system crash and you couldn't play, right?
Yeah, I heard.
Everybody
Yeah.
who had digital games was locked out for hours.
But
It
yeah,
has a
you're
lock
right.
on it. It has a lock
When
on it.
I was trying to play what's the fighting game, the boxing game, Undisputed. When was it? Like last night, and I couldn't play online because it said no internet, and it's like, well, I'm fucking
Yeah, it was
online.
down.
Don't tell me there's no
The
internet.
PlayStation Network was
Yeah,
down, so millions of people couldn't play their games that they had bought.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna tell you
No,
this
you're
though.
right.
I do think that
And that's
because of
my
this
game.
uproar.
You know
Oh,
that's
like the physical disc of it. Like you
no,
have
not a
like,
physical disc. It's
oh,
digital.
like
I
you
only buy
purchased it.
digital. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I only buy digital.
Yo,
I don't got time to looking for discs and shit. Everything
yo,
I own is digital.
And to me, it's fine. Like you can buy digital, but I want to be able to. I own it. If I like GOG, it's a website that sells digital games only at a discounted rate. I'm not promoting them. I don't get paid for them or nothing. We're new or whatever. We're still building up.
But we will if y'all sponsor us, just to let you
Yeah,
know.
we
want to be a
will if
sponsor,
you want
whatever.
to.
Yeah.
But GOG, so they sell games and they give you the key to own the game. You own it. Even though it's digital, you own the game once you buy it from them. It doesn't go where, they can take the license back and you don't own it. Even though it's digital, not physically, but in a sense, you physically own it.
they like the
Yeah,
competitor of
it's-
Steam.
it's-
They can't take it ever away from you.
Steam
yeah,
can.
It's
Steam
can.
can, but it's highly unlikely because they one of the biggest ones. If they go do it and then PlayStation's doing it, definitely the government's getting into it. But then in a way, we want them to, but then in a way they're not because their old asses don't know what the fuck they doing either. And
I'm
more
gonna
than
tell you
half of
something.
them, more than half of them
That's what
off the
happened with
go.
Mortal Kombat.
It's
That's what happened with Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I think that what's going on now, I think PlayStation is going to backtrack. And I do think that now, before that time, people are just only going to buy physical at this point, too. I think it's going to be kind of crazy.
The other thing is in California is fucked up on its own, especially with that the government. I'm not even going to get into the politics of it, but
Yeah, take it easy, man.
They have it where if you live in Cali and you buy physical stuff, you I think is you get to keep it. It's yours to keep. You own it because the government of California, their people, what are put it into legislation that you own it because you bought it. Now all the other places will have to do that in order for it to. If Sony want to go that route, then that's
So your thing is you don't care. So you're saying if they say, okay, it's only going to be digital, you own it, you could care less at that point.
Yeah, but
Okay.
if the other part is, which in a sense I'll be fine with it. Like I'll be half and half because then if they go full digital, those sell games that you never buy in a sell game ever again. You might have
you're right about that.
one-off
It's over.
Black Fridays or something.
Yeah.
Digital. It's not the real Black Friday prices of the stores. You're not getting them for no $20. Like the new releases that was a month ago, like they put them for like $20. You're not getting that. You probably get it from nowadays the price is $99, $79, $89. You probably get it. Oh, you could get it what it used to cost, $69.99. There you go. There's your sale. But you ain't buying it for no $20 or $29.99 anymore. If it does take effect.
You're right about that. Those days are over.
It's like the Switch 2. They don't even come with the cartridge. It's just a piece of plastic case with a code nowadays. That was the big thing when it came out last year, I think. And nowadays, the disc thing is like so sad. It just comes with the piece of paper, the case, the disc, and that's it. And when like some
Black and
thing,
white
if you
word.
get seizures, yeah, that's it. You don't even get the manual or anything.
Yeah, remember you
don't
used
get
to
to
like
read
a
the color
manual.
manual. You get
Like
the
a
color manual.
booklet.
You get the
Yeah.
pictures and everything. Back
Saving
then.
trees. For them saving trees, bullshit.
Now it's just a shell of itself. And like Danny was saying, back then the games read off the disc, the actual disc itself. You needed the disc. It wasn't a thing that just loads in that said that this stopped spinning. You needed it. And so to me,
you could hear the lens moving back.
Yeah,
yeah.
Now they say it's so silent. That's because the disc is not even really doing anything anymore. But to me, it's whatever nowadays. Like Chad said, the option is nice because I don't buy games like that no more. Like I would really have to like the game in order to buy it on disc, and even then, I will wait for the sale to come out, which is like Daniel was saying, digital games always go on sale cheaper. Well, Steam does, and the GOG, not PlayStation. There's no way they put them for that cheap like Steam does. No way. And because they'll lose a lot. And the cons of the digital is if the game gets delisted, let's say a game like a PlayStation game, let's say God of War, that game is never getting delisted. But if it's something like that, it has to do with the licensing. A song is on there, they lose the license, they gotta take the game offline, and you could never buy it. Like, oh, I forgot to buy this game. You gotta buy it then and there because you will never know with these games. Or there's been cases where they take the game away from you, you can never play it again. That's the thing as well. But with the physical copy, you always got it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And like, what is it?
Not to get off topic, but
go ahead.
now that you're saying that something similar, that's the reason why. If you notice, Vince McMahon never put logos in the middle of the ring because he said his mentality behind that was because if we promote, let's say Slim Jim or whatever, so we put Slim Jim in the middle, then it's gonna be years and years. They're gonna get a promo off of it. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
You get what I mean, right?
That
so it's not just for that one night. Every time you play that,
if you watch it 10 years from now, you still see that unless they blur it. And that's gonna look so corny. Like when it went to WWE, they were blurring the WWF at the time, remember?
Yeah.
And that's not good. The censorship like that.
But if you have like the physical VHS, it's like you're saying, it's all that stuff. It doesn't matter because it's yours. So
there's goods and there's bad to both, but sometimes it outweighs the one or the other. There's always something wrong. It's not a perfect situation.
Yeah, like that Marvel game that got delisted, that came out and it did
Marvel 2 was delisted for like more than 10 years. You couldn't buy that game until Capcom got the licenses of all these characters or whatever, because these characters are owned by different companies and Capcom got to pay all those people. So now I guess they paid up, and the game just came out again last year or 2 years ago.
Well, Marvel vs. Capcom 2?
Yeah, so you can only play it. We will only be able to play because we still got the Dreamcast and we still got the physical game to play.
Yeah, because it last came out on the 360 and the PS3. and they delisted them once they lost the licenses. People were complaining because you could never buy it. Oh, and speaking of that, the movies, Microsoft did it too a little bit, but Sony took out their digital movies that you bought from their store.
They said,
Even
"Oh well,
people
we
spend
we,
hundreds
we
of dollars, they
told
took
you
them out.
you don't own it. You just had a license to rent it for the period until we said yes or no."
Like I said, it's
Bro,
good and bad.
if you think about it, it's right in front of us, right? So like the Switch, right? They have the online features, like so like you could play 64. The whole library isn't there. It's just
No,
what they got like 20 games on because they probably don't own the licenses that expired from these other
they put
games.
their
Like, you
first
know what I
party
mean?
games,
And that's the
Yeah.
other
the ones
Yeah.
thing.
that they own.
And that's the other thing, especially with
Yeah.
PlayStation. The PlayStation 4 games, only some of them, if you own it, you can play it on the 5, I believe. Or the 3, you couldn't go on the 5. You had to rebuy the game again. So you got to keep rebuying the same game you
That's
had
the-
already bought. You got to
That's
buy
the
it
thing with
again.
Nintendo.
Because even though it's the same PS3 game, it's not on the 5. You got to buy it on the 5. So you don't own it anymore because you only own it on the 3. You don't own it on the 5 console. So you have to
Kinda-
rebuy it.
Kind of like what they did with Zelda.
Something like that. Like yeah, they be doing that a lot. Nintendo does that a lot where
They resold Mario over and over again, like a million times.
yes.
Mario
Yeah.
Brothers. They were until they decided, oh, let's trap them on this paying subscription so they could play the game. They figured they get
Yeah.
more money that way than selling you Mario Brothers. Because how many people are gonna buy Mario Brothers? Yeah, because they don't
Yeah,
have
but-
online games. When you think about it, Nintendo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and then that gets me thinking. If you go into these things not knowing, so when the service came out, oh, we're gonna have a 64 emulator on the Switch, and all along in the beginning, I was thinking, oh, they're gonna throw Revenge up there, they're gonna throw WrestleMania up there.
Yeah.
When in reality, that shit ain't gonna happen. But they don't
Never.
tell you that.
They got too
Yeah.
many
You get what I'm
hurdles for that to happen.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
There's
saying,
too many
and they don't tell you
licenses
that.
They gotta pass
But the
through.
common, like I consider myself a casual at this point, but a casual person be like, oh shit. The first thing we think of is those old games that they're never gonna be on the platform.
Mhm.
They
The
just
ones you
be
can
throwing
count
these
on.
nuggets out.
The ones you can count on is like Star Fox, the same stuff, Mario Party,
Yeah,
Super
all
Mario
their first party
64,
titles. You're
Zelda,
right. All
yes.
their first party stuff.
You might see oddity stuff here and there, but it's something that you really don't care about.
Yeah.
But it's not a big
Yes.
one, like, you know.
So when they did 007, I was like, oh, like more games are gonna start to come out, but it was just like,
Yeah.
Before we keep going, if you're enjoying the episode and like these kinds of gaming debates and nostalgic conversations, do us a huge favor and hit the like button and subscribe. We're working towards our goal of 50 subscribers by the end of the year. And every single subscriber helps us grow the channel and bring you even more episodes like this. Also, let us know in the comments, are you team physical or team digital? We love to hear from you where you stand. And which way do you agree with?
100,000 subscribers.
For real, I want to buy my Lamborghini already.
a hundo.
100,000 subscribers.
Okay, but
That helped me.
on the side note, I'm with Carmelo on some things because it's a drag. It's doable, but it's a drag bringing out the old console, hooking it up to the TV, this and that. It'll look like shit. Sometimes I don't care. You need a converter for the controllers, stuff like that goes. But I just want to be able to play those old games like right now real quick on something, whatever is connected on right now, which is always a plus. But that I do like. The thing is that I always regress back to if they take it away or whatever. That's how come when I see an old game like that, like the Cowabunga, I'm pretty sure someday Konami's gonna lose the license and they're gonna delist that game again. Like the Turtles in Time and all that stuff is
Which
gonna
is
be gone
crazy.
again. It's not gonna last forever online. That's why if you're gonna buy it when you got time
Well,
on sale.
listen, we know what we got to do. We got to show them, like I said early, at a certain point, it was literally like 85% of people buying games were buying digital. I think if people are buying physical, they will supply that. I mean, it's been
Yeah.
people been acting up. So I
They-
think
they
now
also
they're
pushing
probably going to
that.
backtrack too.
Microsoft started it first with that Xbox Series S, I think, the one that was
Yeah.
digital only, and
Yes.
then PlayStation 5 copied off
Mhm.
with the PlayStation 5 digital only console. They saw the little cracks. They started, sprinkling here and there hints at that.
So
If
at
you
this
notice
point, do you think
I
that
see if people bite.
if this goes through, you think that the PS6 would just like strictly be all digital at that point? Then,
Probably,
right?
yeah.
At this point, it's just an overpriced computer. At that point,
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
I'll tell you that. That's all it will be, and you're locked on whatever they got. You're locked because
Yep.
you can't upgrade a PS5, but on PC you could upgrade a PC part
Yeah.
to make it better. You can't. You got to buy the new PlayStation Pro, whatever, Slim. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Computer, you don't have to do that. That's the thing that computer has over it.
Yeah.
All right. So since we're on that note, so I'm gonna ask this: what's one game you're really glad you bought physically, and one game you're happy that you bought digitally? I'll just answer it first. So there's certain games I like to buy digital because I don't really care if I own them or not. But like
Agree.
the God of War games or the Last of Us games, I want those
Yeah.
hard copies. I want the physical games. Not so much these days with the collector's editions because they're fucking outrageous. And nowadays they make them with like cheap plastic and shit. They don't even come with the disc. They give it to you digital. It makes no sense.
What's that game that's gonna come out with the whole collection for expensive with no disc? Is it GTA? It's GTA, right?
Yeah,
It's not gonna have a disc.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
heard.
the new one, GTA 6, is not gonna
Yeah,
have
and
this.
it's expensive, and it's not gonna have a disc.
Bro,
It's
Harry,
it's a
Is
hundred.
it-
bro,
It's
Harry,
$100.
the last God of War came. The Ragnarok, the collector's edition was like $200 or $300, and it didn't come with the physical game. It was digital.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
by the way, before Danny continues, I'm gonna go off one. The Sonic Mania collection, that Sonic standing on top of the Sega Genesis. I think Junior has it. It didn't come
Yeah.
with the disc of Sonic Mania either. They resold it
Wow.
again as a disc.
You see what I'm saying? But
So
like,
the
I feel
collector's
like
edition did not, and that was like 10 years ago.
that's what I'm saying. I think they've been prepping people for this because I
They've
feel
been
like
practicing. Yeah,
Well,
I
yeah,
bought it
when-
had a digital code for that game.
see when GTA when that was announced, bro, nobody even blinked. That's what I'm saying. Like, and maybe y'all right. Maybe behind the
No.
scenes, like the studio, they want to have that power, but I mean, bro, like it's crazy because they legit are not having physical disc, and that was before PlayStation said that they're not doing it.
Yeah, like
So,
like when the game's like, if it's a game that I'm like, oh, that looks interesting or whatever, but I don't want to pay full price for it. I wait for it to go on sale, and then like if I see it like on Epic or something, for me to at least to own it, and now I play it down the road, or even PlayStation. Sometimes they put like their not PlayStation, like Xbox. Sometimes they do it. They'll put it for like $5 or something. Be like, I'll spend $5 for that shit and play it and see how it is down the road. Like I don't need to own that game hard copy. Now if I play it and that shit turns out to be fucking legendary shit, like oh shit, I'll go and buy the physical one. But at least I have that option. But besides having the option, like I want to be the owner of it. That's like if I sell you this phone and I sell it to you for $600, and then a year from now I'm like, all right, thanks, I need it back. You get nothing. It's the same thing. You never owned it. You paid $600 to borrow it. It was like a borrow license. That's technically what they're doing. You bought something that's mad money, and you got to give it back within. Let's say if the game dies in a year, they get it back in a year. I took it back. You get
And-
nothing out of it.
And they save you money because they didn't have to give you a disc or anything,
Yeah.
so they just
Yep.
give you digital.
And
They
then
save it. They
before-
save you mad money. I think everything you're saying is valid.
So before Danny, you answer.
So I think
that question.
one way.
No,
Go ahead, Harry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, real quick. Why you think you never seen reissues of Rock Band in this next generation of those old games? Because those songs got licenses. There's no way those games could be ported to the new one. They got so much licenses, different companies behind that. You know, these music companies. There's no way that game could come out. You know, so you could be backwards compatible. That's why you
yeah.
don't see those backwards compatible. That's locked to that 360, PS3, PS4 era. You're never gonna play those on modern days unless you emulate it on a computer, which you can. But go ahead, Danny.
no, Carmelo, guys, you
was
was
it?
gonna say something?
All right. So
Yes,
so let me
sorry.
ask you this. So what if they were to say, all right, majority are digital, but on these big releases, let's say like a GTA 6 or like Zelda, for those type of games, we're gonna give you physical, because that's the type of games I think people gravitate towards wanting to buy physical more, because more people want to collect stuff like that.
You say
I
more
think-
people
would
buy
you
the
think
AAA
that-
games? You mean?
Yeah, that what I'm saying, like the super popular games, if they came out physically but everything else comes out digital, would you be okay with that?
Like the sports games?
Yeah, like if
I mean,
those came
anything
out
that's
I don't
regional.
need to
I
own
mean,
that. I don't need to own that. The sports games.
Yeah,
like,
like
come out every year.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm fine with that, especially the AAA games when they come out. Yeah, but not just release. I don't want that shit to be just a code to unlock this shit. I want to
no,
own it. So I don't need
yeah,
online service or
Yeah.
nothing. Especially shit on Optimum. Sometimes you go like a week without fucking internet or more, and then that means I can't play shit because it's online only. And is their
Yeah.
turbo ass service, and then you got somebody complaining on the is a rant about something else. I'm just gonna stop it right now.
And listen,
But-
Optima, if y'all
Yeah.
come through and y'all want to be sponsored, we'll take it back. We'll take it back.
Word.
Look,
Yeah,
it's
so-
so
Yeah, but
hard
that's
nowadays.
another.
If it's not your internet provider, is the game servers or the PlayStation server or the Microsoft server. There's always something wrong that will stop you from playing now.
And I'll say this though, I definitely don't want to be in a situation where if my internet is down or your server is fucked up, I can't play my game.
Okay.
Like you're right, that part I don't like.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
That's
what.
when I need it
like-
the most.
I'll tell you
like-
what.
Yeah, that's when you
Wait,
need it the most.
Yeah, Harry,
Yeah.
before you go, like I understand if it's like a multiplayer game, yeah, you have to have online for that to play multiplayer versus other people and PvP. But if it's a single player game and I'm playing the
Yeah.
computer, I shouldn't have to fucking be online to play that shit.
Or it's just a linear game, like you said, like God of War or The Last
Yeah.
of Us. Like I shouldn't have to be online. Like that sounds crazy to
All
me.
right, what you was gonna say, Harry?
No, I was gonna say, what was your question again? Then it was what game that something about digital.
Or which game are you happy you bought physical and which one are you happy you bought digital?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, for me it was the Marvel 2 because so many problems, and the Cowabunga collection because I know those are always hard to get, and a collection like that of all those, and those Turtle games are not just one system; they're a bunch of multiple systems to get in the arcade versions of them. So it's like it's so much to get that disc, to get all those games into one place. So yeah, I would go with those games.
Chad?
For physical, I'm with you, Danny. I would probably say like things like God of War, Red Dead Redemption, games like that, because like you said, these are linear games, one player, it's me versus computer. I should be able to just throw those in. And also too is something that I'm happy that I have, that like I can physically grab and touch. So anything like that, like those, like that new Spider-Man game. By the way, all the people complaining, y'all better be buying these things physical coming out, because I'm just telling y'all now, if y'all keep it up, they're gonna get rid of it. But so make sure y'all buy physical going forward, for real.
Yep.
And for digital, honestly, like you guys said, all the sports games now I get them all digital. Like I could care less because I know the next year it's coming out. So I would say that. But anything that's one player, like things like that, like I'm happy I got physical. So hopefully they don't get rid of it. I like having the option, but yeah, I mean we'll see where this goes. What about you, Mello? Which games?
All I do is digital, bro.
Yeah.
That's it. I just don't like the fact that you don't get to keep them. But for me, that's my preference, digital, man. Like I just wake up, or you could just leave it to, like, if you
Download the
pre-order
night
the
before,
next,
yeah.
yeah. I remember going to releases, like, we've all done it, like midnight releases of like Black Ops. I remember
Yeah.
that, like it was yesterday, and there's mad people outside, and it's just like I remember I went to where was it, where the cable vision was at,
Yeah, and
White
then
Plains.
Castle Hill.
and Best Buy that was in
Yeah,
Terminal.
yeah, and it's like it's mad sketch because you know that area already looks sketchy, and just mad people. It's midnight, and it's like, damn, I surely don't miss those
Am
days.
I gonna
but,
walk out of
shit
here
like that.
alive?
No,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I do miss those days.
Yeah, I
because
don't.
they had like small like little events. Sometimes they gave out things to play, especially like the Halo releases. They had like the DJ there playing the music. They even had like a tournament. Me and Harry entered
Damn,
it.
I guess I went to the wrong place then, bro. That sounds
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
I
and
gotta
was a
say
Best
though,
Buy.
too,
you get to pick up your pre-order and stuff like that. You get to talk with the people on the line, even though some of them are fucking annoying. But
something really fast. I just want to jump in. Something Carmelo said, I do think is right, because like when Resident Evil 9 came out, I had to go to like 3 to 4 stores to find that joint because the physical copies were all gone. So I didn't pre-order it because I'm like, oh, like who's buying this game like that? It's not. I'm gonna be able to go. I had to go to like 4 stores. So if I did it digital, I could have just been in my home in my underwear, just downloaded that joint at midnight. So that part of it is annoying, I guess, unless you're like pre-ordering stuff. So I mean, that part of it I get, because I get you, Mello. You could stay at home at download it and then be ready to play that joint at 9 a.m. if you want. So yeah, I'm with you.
I'm gonna ask this to Carmelo. Okay, so where do you stand if one of those digital games that you buy, they take it away?
I'm asked
Or
out.
if you want to play one,
Yo,
so you
right
spend money
now,
on it.
you see, right now I'm kind of pissed off about it because, like, when you buy digital, like they make these systems knowing that the good games or like these AAA games or whatever, they take a lot of memory, and they sell you these systems where, oh yeah, we 1 terabyte, and then you download 3 or 4 games, and then that's it. Like, you got to start deleting shit. So I find myself constantly having, even the games that I have, they're really not on my system because I got to delete it and then re-download it when I want to play it. And then you got to buy an extra hard drive. So that's extra money you got to give them. And then if they take the games back, then you're really buying it for nothing. So,
yeah,
I mean, but we can't do anything about it. I mean, unless they
No.
change their minds. But
that's why I said buy physical.
Nah, my PS5 is digital. So I'm
Yeah,
messed out, bro.
The
I'm messed out.
No, talk about them being messed up, right? PlayStation, they brought out the all digital console, but then they sold you the disc on the side. So what about you're taking the disc away, but you just made a whole disc drive and sold it to people?
Yeah.
yeah, for like $100.
Yeah.
They're gonna make money, bro. I was looking at the
I
external
understand.
hard drive that they have. I think it's $200 or $100. I can't remember. But it's like, you don't sell this shit with enough memory. That's why you got shit to add on to it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I bought an M2 from my PS5, but I
See?
didn't buy
There you
their
go.
shit. I bought a real good M2.
Yeah, but you still had to
No,
buy
they-
one. That's
they-
the whole
they
point.
try to-
You
but
still-
whenever but at least if once I finish with the console, whatever, and I could take it out and put it in my PC and use it,
True.
I don't have to keep it in there because it's not their own. It's a separate company that can go into anything I move it to. I can put it to a laptop. I can put it to my PC. So when we tie, just probably by the time I do that 1 or 2 terabytes is not going to mean anything.
Word.
Yeah,
Everything.
and
That's
the
what I'm
day-
saying.
And the days of popping in the disc, when you put that GTA, you know that's gonna have like a 300 gig update or something like that. You can't just put it and play it.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's
And the
true.
midnight release for digital, the new GTA is gonna have a day 1 patch. You're gonna download the 300 gig game, and then as soon as you're gonna go play it, here's another 10 gig update. Wait, while you're still doing it.
Because the thing was, if you get the disc, you don't have that big download on your system. But now it's as big because it is the download. It just gives you the download as well. The disc and the digital is the same size. So
The one thing I know is bullshit, but I'm okay with is when you buy the physical game and then it releases like a better version or whatever. And then if you own the game, the hard that you only have to pay like $10 extra for the better updated version or whatever. I think I'm fine with that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have to rebuy the whole thing again. But but the fucked up thing is you always got to have the disc in the console to make that $10 digital one work.
Yeah.
It's like they did that with Zelda. It's like, I already paid how much. I didn't pay. You don't pay regular price for that. I pay like $80, $90 for this. You want another $10? Like, just give it to me, bro. just.
Mario Party.
I got.
did that too.
Yeah, I got you. I got
That-
the Switch too. So just give me the upgrade. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If
No,
I own it already, just.
no, back then, the games gave you everything back then. You just unlock it
Yeah.
yourself. Characters,
Yep.
maps, whatever. Items, you did it yourself. It was all one price tag that you paid. I blame Xbox for that and computers.
They're part of it.
Because Xbox started that. They started that shit.
All right, so we're about to wrap this episode up, but before we do, we want to ask you guys a question. Do you think physical games will disappear completely in the next 10 years, or will there always be a place for collectors? Please leave your comments and tell us. Team physical or team digital? Subscribe, hit that like button, and show us some love. Like I said, I go either way. Some people are more extreme, like Danny. He doesn't want anything to do with digital. Carmelo doesn't want anything to do with physical. And Harry don't even play video games. So let us know what y'all think. All right, man? Love you guys, and till the next episode.